Hi, everybody. I'm back with my new bestie, Kim Blehar, who does the marketing and PR. She's the director of marketing and PR for Cetronia Ambulance Corps. And we're just enjoying our drinks, enjoying this fabulous summer night, and having a little kiki, as they say.
It's an awesome kiki, as you say.
Thank you.
So Carson, tell me a little bit about your family's history with Cetronia Ambulance Corps.
Yeah, I mean, I was born and raised here in the Lehigh Valley, just north of Vogelsville, in the Northwestern Lehigh School District. And we used to have our own ambulance corps here, and that's gone. So Cetronia is literally our lifeline. I have two elderly parents who live near here, and Cetronia has come to the rescue more than once. And I just know how important they are, because they are literally a lifeline for this community. There is no other ambulance service in Northwestern Lehigh County, and they serve so many people, and I know firsthand the great work that they do. I know how professional the drivers are and the EMTs, and how quick and responsive, and they are just such an important asset. They are a necessity for our community, and we absolutely have to support them so they can do their amazing life-saving work.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. It's great to hear.
Sure.
That you had great experiences with us.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It gives you peace of mind to know that they're there. And like I said before, like literally, the Cetronia ambulance will be parked in different neighborhoods in this part of Lehigh County where we don't have emergency services.
Right.
And they are literally our lifeline to getting someone to the hospital quickly, or providing critical emergency services on site. So I understand how important they are, and I'm happy to be helping spread the word and help to raise money because I know how important their work is.
And we truly appreciate it.
Yes, I'm thrilled to do it.
Good. So talk a little bit about yourself. Like, how did you go from Lehigh Valley to this awesome TV personality?
More about me. I grew up in the Lehigh Valley, went to school here, Northwestern Lehigh, go Tigers, and I immediately, when you come from a beautiful rural area, the first thing you want to do is leave and move to a big city. So I moved to New York the day after I graduated from college. And I didn't know which way the streets ran. And I was like, is that the Hudson or the East River? I had no idea. I literally just got off the Bieber bus and started walking. And I worked for Ralph Lauren. I got a job in the fashion business, and I loved the world of Ralph Lauren. I liked the branding. I liked the culture there. I loved the clothes. And I got to work directly with Ralph for about 7 years. And I started as an assistant to an assistant to an assistant. And it was like the Devil Wears Prada, except people were really preppy and very nice. And I worked my way up, and I was eventually a creative director for all their advertising. So if you saw a campaign with models holding Samoyed puppies with a sled and a snowflake sweater, I was the person hauling that snowflake sweater around to the photo shoots and picking the models and kind of creating the brand imagery. And it was a great education. I learned so much from Ralph Lauren and everyone at that company. And that created the opportunity to do Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Somebody actually at Ralph Lauren said, hey, Bravo's doing this show, which is about 5 gay men who are experts in different areas of taste and style and design and food. And they said, you should try out. And I did on a whim. And I went to a photo shoot first and got my hair blown out and some makeup on and looked as best as I could, and showed up and did the audition. And they're like, you're great. We're going to make a pilot. I didn't even know what that was. I didn't even know what Bravo was. I thought it was a nonstick cooking spray. And we made the pilot in 2002. The show went to series in 2003. We won an Emmy in 2004 or 5.
Great job.
And did 5 years of that. And it was, I was on TV. I couldn't believe it. I thought I had a face for radio. But here I am.
So if you had to give people one simple fashion tip, what would you tell them?
I think the biggest fashion tip is that you want your look. Clothes are a great way of communicating, and you don't want to look like the mannequin in the store, and you don't want to look like the image that's on the website. You want to make it your own. So I always say buy the best quality, basic, classic pieces you can afford. The little black dress, a great jacket for a guy, the nicest shoes you can afford, and then have fun with the accessories and make it personal. And it can be inexpensive things from Zara or H&M, or from a flea market, or from a resale store. That really personalizes it. And when they see you, say, wow, Kim, that looks so good on you. That looks so much like you. Mm-hmm. That's what you want. You want to create a look that personifies your personal style. That and fit. Fit, I think, is so important. You want things that are kind of tailored and fitted, but not tight. And I think a well-fit garment is always going to look more expensive and more flattering than even the most expensive designer clothing. Fit is really a great trick.
Okay, that makes sense. What have you been doing to keep busy during this quarantine?
During quarantine, well, I've been very lucky. I live most of the time in New York City, but when quarantine and the shutdown happened, I was actually in Montreal making a sitcom called The Bold Type, and things were getting a little strange, and they were going to close the border. I was like, I better get out of Dodge. So I went to New York, grabbed a bag, took the Transbridge bus back to Allentown, and it was before masks or anything, and thought, I'll hang out here for a couple weeks. I'm very lucky to have a farm here in the valley, and for the past 4 months, I've been here essentially. I've been back to New York once, and I've basically been turning Amish. I bake a lot of pies. I work with my horses. I've been doing gardening and really enjoying the spring and the summer here in the Lehigh Valley, which I normally don't get a chance to enjoy. And also, the silver lining is really seeing my family. I've had 3 or 4 months of uninterrupted family time, which I normally would never have. So that's really been one of like the hidden blessings of a very strange and unusual and scary time.
Definitely, definitely. How many horses do you have here on the farm?
This is a family farm, so they're not all mine. I think there's 25, and I have several. My sister has several. My niece has several. So too many, but they are a great, my family's always had horses. We had a pony farm that was kind of like regionally famous. And this farm has been in my mom's family for over 100 years, and her grandparents lived here, and her parents lived here, and she lived here, and now my sister lives on the main farm. So it goes way back, and we've always had horses, and they are just, I always tell people they are cheaper than a psychiatrist because for some reason you have to forget about all your other troubles and worries when you're on a horse trying not to die. So that's what I do.
Do you ride in, what kind of competitions do you do, or?
We raise a couple horses here. We have mostly American saddlebreds, and they are a breed that my family's had for like the last 40 years. And there are competitions all over the United States, from Syracuse, New York, to Lexington, Virginia, to Louisville, Kentucky. And there's a circuit in the summer that we compete on. And it's great. There are many families who've been doing it for generations. So it's a really tight-knit community, and we see a lot of friends. And this year, the horse shows really haven't been happening because obviously we can't gather. But I've been here on the farm, so I've had a lot of time to ride, and my horses are actually like so over me. When I walk in the barn, they're like, oh my God, he's back. Don't make eye contact. Maybe he won't see us. But I've gotten a lot of saddle time, which is, again, another blessing in disguise that, normally I wouldn't have time to do that.